I supposed to eat this cold or hot?
Today's video is all about testing Pinterest recipes. 1 pumpkin, 3 recipes. Let's go!
The first recipe I'm going to be testing is the pumpkin spice coffee syrup. And the reason why is because I love the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte so much that I kind of want to recreate it. And I've never done this recipe before, hence the testing part, obviously. But I feel like the best way to test it is obviously to use it in a drink to see if it would work the way I thought. Now, this recipe is pretty simple and pretty straightforward, so let's just get started.
What you will need for this recipe: water, brown sugar, pumpkin puree, pumpkin pie spice, and vanilla, and obviously your utensils for cooking the recipe. I will add the link to these recipes in the description box below. I will not be adding the recipe itself below because I didn't really bring any modification really to the recipes. I just adapted it according to my taste buds, and I'm like, because I know more of SEO now, it's like better you go on whoever made the recipe website and just check it out and what's not, rather than I cheat or lie and say that I made it up, because I didn't. So yeah. You're gonna continue to stir and leave it simmer for a bit, and it will thicken on its own, and the syrup is done. And like I said, I'm going to test it by making some pumpkin spice latte. I will be using the Ricore for this. It's just basically coffee with powdered milk already mixed in together. So yeah.
Now, I added just 1 teaspoon, and I'm just gonna give it like a taste test to see if it's sweet enough. No, it needs more, so I probably shouldn't have taken the same spoon. Give me a second. The syrup on itself is very, very sweet. But then again, coffee is kind of bitter, so it's up to you to know how much you're gonna put in your drink or on whatever you're gonna use it for, because I do believe that you can use it for other things. I'm just using it in the drink for now. And I haven't really tasted like the flavor that I'm looking for, but this makes your house smell very, very nice. Okay, second time. It's getting there, but I do need a little more sweetness. So at this point, I think I can add like 2 more. Maybe I did too much in 1 cup, but I do actually think that this time around it's going to be enough, and I am starting to get that flavor in from the pumpkin spice. So other than that, it is a kind of syrup. As you can see how thick it is. If I have to rate it, 10 out of 10 for me, because it was easy to make as long as you have the pumpkin puree. If you can find it in a can, well, that's better. I had to make my own, as I explained. Yeah, that's way better. And it's not overly sweet, so you just gotta adapt it according to. And given that I'm using this for my coffee, it already has milk inside of it. But if you're using like black coffee, strong coffee, then you're probably gonna need a little more. But this is sweet in itself, and I didn't make a lot because the recipe said that it can last in the fridge up to a week. So I have enough for like 3 days probably. I didn't want it to make a lot because I'm the only one in my home to drink coffee right now, so didn't want it to overdo it. But as we continue, I'm gonna leave this cool actually. I do actually now have a drink to continue going. It's hot. Okay, so we're gonna continue now with a classic pumpkin pie. Now, this is gonna be funny because I have never had pumpkin pie in my life. I've always heard of it, seen it on TV, on YouTube. I've never seen it in real life. So at this point, I'm just gonna be guessing that it's good because I don't have nothing to compare it to. So how would I know? So please, in the comments, when it's done, leave me know if it resembles the real thing. I'm gonna try to follow the recipe to the T, kind of, I kind of like to mix things up. So, anyways, and I'm using my little like notebook ish that I got for my birthday. Thank you, CM. You know who you are. And it has like the back magnetic, so I can actually stick it on the fridge. But yeah, I like to use it for recipes that I'm testing because those that I don't like that I could just throw away, and those that I'm keeping, I could just put it in my recipe book or something. I just wanted to add also that it does not, by the way, this drink taste like a Starbucks drink. It's missing more cream. So I don't know if I didn't have enough milk, if probably I should have did my drink with milk instead. But it does not taste like the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. It does, however, smells good, tastes good, and makes the home smell nice. Anyways, so we're gonna continue, as I said, with the classic pumpkin pie. So let's get to it.
What you will need for the second recipe: pumpkin puree. Obviously, I made my own. I always do because in France I cannot find the canned version of the pumpkin puree, and I already did this in a previous video that I will pop up on screen to show you how I make my pumpkin puree. You can just go to that video and watch it. And you'll need condensed milk, 2 large eggs, cinnamon, pumpkin pie spice, teaspoon of salt, and a pie crust. You could make your own, but I just store-bought one because I was too lazy. For the pumpkin pie spice, I think that I saw on Pinterest that you can also make your own if you cannot find the pumpkin pie spice where you're living. I happened to order mine on myamericanmarket.com, but I don't know if they do have in supply because they do change up a lot of stuff. I'm rambling, but yeah, just for info, if you want to try to make your own, maybe you should try look up the recipe on Pinterest.
I'm almost done with the preparations, and obviously I'm gonna want to taste the batter because I have no idea what it tastes like. I read in the comments of the recipe, like, people being skeptical about putting like all of this. They thought it was going to be too sweet. So I have no idea. But I read on other recipes because there's multiple recipes, obviously. That for some, the pumpkin pie is bland. No, this one, no, it's not bland. I'm getting the flavor, but I feel like I can get probably more flavor when the spices are cooked. So when it's completely done, am I supposed to eat this cold or hot? I have no idea. I think it's probably cold because you put whipped cream on the top. If you put it while it's hot, it's gonna melt. So I think it's cold. I'm hoping that is. Anyways, we're gonna now. I bought a pie crust. I didn't make my own, so I'm just gonna do that and add the batter in there and shove it in the oven. So this is how it looks as I just took it out of the oven. I poked right here just to see that it was cooked. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I had to pre-cook the dough, which I didn't. I forgot, or I got mixed up with different recipes that I was watching, so the bottom would probably be soggy. But I gotta let it cool, and then we're gonna taste it. I have my water boiling in the background for the pasta. So we're gonna put that to cook, and we're making the feta pumpkin pasta. And the pumpkin pie is still cooling, so we're gonna get to that after. And yeah, it's getting dark, and so I had to use the light. I hope that everything is still okay. I'm gonna try edit it somehow if it's not showing good. So I'm gonna like kind of rush. You wouldn't see, but I'm gonna rush to see if I can finish this before it gets darker.
What you will need for this recipe is feta cheese, onion or eschalots, garlic cloves, sage if you have, salt, cayenne pepper, black pepper, just to season, and the pumpkin puree. I will note that I did not cook this in the way that I saw it on Pinterest. Some people used a blender, the others used a method where you put the whole feta bar in the oven, probably with raw pumpkin, not cooked pumpkin, etc. I just did mine over the stove top, and I think it worked well. So yeah, so you stir everything together and then you just add in your pasta. It's as simple as that. And I guess you add salt, pepper, or whatever seasoning as you wish to taste. And I added cayenne pepper, black pepper, and smoked paprika. So it was good. You add a little bit of water if it gets too thick. And yeah, I think you could add milk as well if you want, but also not sponsored, by the way, by any means by Pinterest or any person. The recipes or whatever in this video. I just really wanted to try out these recipes. They've been inside of my list on Pinterest for a very long time. So I'm glad that you guys voted for that on Pinterest for me to make. these. And again, if you have recipes that you want me to test, make sure to put them in the comments and I will make sure to do a video about it. Okay, so it got kind of dark. I have yellow lights, so it wasn't showing all that well. So what I did is move the whole tripod next to the window to get that extra little light. And now we're gonna just taste the pasta. Yum. So the recipe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't call for salt. I have to verify, but I ended up adding, because I don't know if I added too much water or something. So at the beginning when I tasted it, just with the pumpkin and the feta, like the feta kind of had salt already in it. So it like had flavor, but then I ended up probably putting too much water. So yeah, I adapted it. It's not bad. It's really not bad. In the first round for the syrup, I kind of rated it, but I'm rating it comparing to like my taste buds, because I don't think everybody's taste buds is the same. This is on a little peppery side, by the way. And I don't know, like all of the feta or the pumpkin, I don't know which one. It's not like completely dissolved. I have like some like graininess. I don't know if that's meant to happen. But the flavor is really, really nice. Really. It's not bad because it's not too creamy. It's like just have the right creaminess. And then with a little peppery. I mean, I like pasta, so obviously I'm enjoying it. Um if I had to rate this, the way, I don't know if I should rate it because I kind of switch up some stuff. The recipe called for like sage and what's not, which I did not use, so I probably don't have the same flavor as the other people. But the idea of putting pumpkin and feta together actually works. So yeah. Okay. Now it's time for this, and it started to melt. Um so as I said, I forgot to preheat the dough. Not preheat the dough. I forgot to like pre-cook the dough. I don't know if you can kind of see like the bottom. It is kind of soggy. So that's my bad. Rookie mistake. But it looks pretty overall. I'm excited. So let's see if I take just some of the cream and like get a little piece just to get everything together. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I added another dollar because I think I need to taste it again. I don't know if this the raw dough underneath is like disturbing me a bit. So I was very not optimistic about it, but I get it. I actually get it. Like it doesn't taste bad. Really. I'm enjoying it. I messed up on my dough, and if it was better, I think it would have been the bomb. Like, and the flavors come up really well too now. Like the bottom is just really, I'm just gonna remove that part and have it without the bottom piece. It's not bad. This is my first time ever tasting pumpkin pie, and I made it, and it's not bad. I don't know what else to say, but it's not bad. I'm gonna rate it for my first time ever tasting it, but I don't know, have nothing to compare it to either. It's kind of complicated. Though I did follow this recipe to the T for like making it. I think it's easy because of the whole condensed milk and not having to measure out your sugar and everything.
or adding milk or adding whipped cream and stuff. It was just the condensed milk, so that was good. And then for the flavor, I'm surprisingly liking it, I think. So I think I can give it a 10 also. I'm shocked. Out of the three, I think the pumpkin curry wins out of the three recipes. It's the best, to be honest. I don't know. I messed up on the other one, on the pasta, but yeah. I'm sorry, I'm lingering on this, but I want to be as honest as possible. It's not bad. Anyways, I'm gonna close off here because it's gonna continue to get dark. It's currently raining and what's not. I'm tired. I have a lot of dishes to wash. If you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and comment down below. And if you really, really liked it, comment more recipes or just recipes or something like that, or test, and I'll test more recipes if you want. And yeah. So until next time, you guys, bye.